Hello and welcome to CIOTV.live, a production of Accent Income Media and a sister concern of Enterprise IT World. A part of our endeavor, we have been speaking to entrepreneurs, CIOs, CISOs, and try to understand the market around technology, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and all the things that is influencing the future industry and future technology as well. Today, I've got Bhanu Panda. He's a co-founder and CEO of Ghangorcloud. Bhanu is based out of Silicon Valley, probably first generation entrepreneur. He has created this company or the brand Ghangorcloud, which is a deep AI-based information security and data privacy compliance enforcement solution. The product or the company or the brand is pretty different from the other organizations or the other brands. The first one is that the brand talks about enforcement of different solutions. For example, they have got a product called Information Security Enforcer. Similarly, another product, Compliance and Privacy Enforcer. So that means they comply or they enforce organizations to integrate or implement solutions so that no organization can ignore also, they cannot also forget. So that is what is the power of Ghangorcloud. Let us understand from Bhanu about his journey and the market scenario, how Ghangorcloud is helping organizations to immune themselves from the cyber attacks. The other thing that I want to tell about Bhanu or Ghangorcloud is that the company is representing US entrepreneurs or cybersecurity industry at G20 India. This company is one of the few companies which has been selected upon nomination by US Department of Commerce to be part of G20 and showcase their solutions. Bhanu, welcome to the conversation with CIOTV.live and Enterprise IT World.
G20 is the top 20 industrialized nations, and they invited another 9 guest countries. So there were 29 countries, and each country should nominate 3 companies. Typically when they're nominating, they're cutting edge technology solving some existential problems of the world right now. So the US essentially nominated us. We are one among 3, and we were the only cybersecurity company in that 3. And it was a wonderful summit, and I was actually quite amazed to see how well organized and how well done it was. So you have companies from all these countries come in. A total of about 118 companies came in. And one of the organizers of G20 was saying right at the beginning that there were more than 5,000 startups that actually wanted to come in, and only 118 got picked. And again, we got picked by our US Department of Commerce, and so it was a big honor from that perspective. And so when we went in, so the essential format is they divided this into 6 different categories. And you have fintech, edtech, agri-tech, health tech, then continual economy, and then security. So we played in that security category of and then so typically you would do a pitch, and there's an international jury sitting in front, and then you're pitching, you're doing a presentation of what your technology is about, and you get a lot of Q&A at the end. Obviously, these guys were experts in the different fields, so you go through some amount of grilling. They're trying to find out, what is so unique about you, and what is it that you're uniquely solving in the world today. So we came out in flying colors at the end, and we got a lot of recognition. We got several jury members come out and basically talk about, what we are actually doing is actually solving one of the existential threats for not just enterprises, but also for government entities worldwide. and they only saw our technology getting much wider scale adoption moving forward.
Okay, Bhanu,
So that is in a nutshell. Yeah.
got it, got it. So was the reward in real sense? I understand that you got pat on your back saying that, oh, bravo, you are doing a wonderful job. But what's actually the reward in terms of because you are here for business, number one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So two major things. One is you got the attention of a lot of potential customers, right? A lot of government entities were there. And on the sidelines of the summit, I could interface with a lot of them. So it opens up, you know, there's a lot of awareness that builds about your company and your technology and what you're doing uniquely to solve one
Mm-hmm.
of today's existential threats. Okay. The second thing is partnerships. I think we will get a partnership, one major partnership right out of the G20. I think we are probably pretty unique in that because I didn't see any other company get that. We got actually picked out, and one of the CEOs of this partner company was actually part of the jury.
Okay.
So he actually talked to me at the end and basically said, "This is very unique what you guys are doing, and we would like to actually work with you." Right. So both on the customer front, customer acquisition front, as well as partnerships, I think it was very, very fruitful for us.
And you're able to tap into some customers' accounts, or
Yes,
probably you will have some wins.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and it also creates a lot of buzz in the
Hmm.
market, right?
Yes.
And a lot of media was there, and so there's a lot of buzz in terms of, especially on the cybersecurity side. I think if I have to pick three different verticals which got the majority of the buzz,
Mhm.
security was right at the top. Then you got fintech and health tech. These were the three things in
Hmm.
that order,
Yeah, yeah.
that got the major buzz, I would say. And a lot of we did a lot of interviews with the local media as well. And so it was generally, a lot of awareness about your next generation technology, next generation framework
Okay.
for protecting your data,
Okay.
and for cybersecurity broadly.
Okay. Okay. I want to just take you back to the genesis. So then probably a couple of questions and we will be sorted. So
Sure.
you are a SaaS company and the name is Cloud. So the
Yes.
impression when somebody hears, when I heard your name, I said it's a cloud company because there are so many cloud companies. Then what's SaaS here? Then I went into the website. I found that you are a SaaS-based cybersecurity company. If you can throw some lights on how you started, I don't know whether you are a first generation entrepreneur, second generation. Very quickly, would be really nice for the audience.
Sure, absolutely. So there are essentially two founders, right? Tariq Mustafa and myself, right?
Okay. Okay.
And Tariq is one of the well-known industry experts, especially in the security field. And he was one of the chief architects of Symantec when Symantec started, back in the day in the 90s, right?
Okay.
So he has a checkered background and he has been a serial entrepreneur. He
Mhm.
had multiple successes in the past. And so did I. I came from Array Networks and then from prior to that at Altion. So again, both of us we were serial entrepreneurs, if you will. Okay. So we had successes behind us. So when we came together to basically start this, clearly the idea was we saw everything moving into the cloud. Okay.
Okay.
And applications were moving into the cloud. And we knew that you had to provide the protection ultimately in the cloud. Okay.
Mhm.
And so that is where the Gangor is basically a subcontinental term, right? It's
I
like
know.
Gangor Ghata, like the
Of
monsoon cloud, right?
course, yes.
So
Absolutely.
just like the monsoon cloud provides the bounty on the ground for the harvest, right?
Yeah.
So basically, we wanted to create the bounty for the security harvest, right? So
Okay.
so that is why it's called like Gangor Cloud. But having said that, we are not just securing applications in the cloud; we are also securing stuff on-prem. Okay, so we are, from that perspective, we are universal. So a lot of our deployments, especially on the government side, are on-prem deployments. Okay, so they're not necessarily SaaS. So they're actually deploying our system on-prem and using it. Okay, so there are three different models in which we can get deployed. Either we can get deployed on-prem, okay, in the customer context. We can deploy in the customer's public cloud infrastructure like AWS or Azure or what have you, okay? Or we can be offered as a SaaS as well. So we are not only SaaS based, just to clarify that, okay? And
Got
we
it. Got it.
have
Okay.
customer deployments across all three of them.
Okay.
But the genesis of the word and everything was basically because we envisioned that things were moving into the cloud more and more. So you needed that security framework, as things move to the cloud.
And the other one is that it's enforcer. Well, I mean, when you see, when you hear, when you read, enforcer means something to do with compliance, something to do with the government, enforcement. So what's the idea behind adding enforcer against both the products you have? One is for compliance, the other one is for information security. Of course, these are products, normal products.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you asked that. And right there in the word itself is a major differentiator.
Okay.
Because when you look at the other products, they're not talking about enforcement. They're basically saying it's a security product. But
Solution,
here,
yes. Yeah.
yeah, we are actually talking about the outcome. Ultimately, what's the outcome for a CISO or the CIO or for any organization? They want their information security to be enforced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are basically saying that we are a single framework that can enforce all of your information security.
Okay.
We can protect your data. Okay, so we are doing multiple things inside that information security enforcer to essentially lock down your information, provide the security, and enforce it. Now, when we talk about enforcement, we are also enforcing regulations, right? Like you look at HIPAA for healthcare or PCI for financial services or banking,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or GDPR, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are many industry verticals which are regulated and they have compliances which need to be enforced. Okay. So we are enforcing those compliances as well. We are not only enforcing your information security, we are also enforcing those compliances, those regulations. And we put that right on the name itself so that we are basically coming out and making a bold statement that this is actually enforcing your information security for you. Okay. And so it's giving you the outcome that you actually desire.
Okay. Okay. One of the other point I want to raise here, of course, it is a genuine question. Um, you said deep AI, right? Deep AI means deep healing, automated automation, adoption also, and evolution also. Now, assume India has created on this, GDPR, its own GDPR version of law, and it is going to enforce. Will this software automatically, autonomously adopt the things, or it needs a human intervention as well to change the code, change the application so that it adapts?
Very good question. So the answer is no.
Okay.
If you require human intervention, then it defeats the purpose of having an autonomous system. So
Okay.
the whole idea of an autonomous system is you can apply it to different contexts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the data protection bill, which became a law right now in India, right? It's a variant of GDPR and CCPA and other privacy regulations across the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we automatically conform to that and we can automatically enforce that. In fact, I'm very glad you brought it up. This was one of the major topics of conversation while I was there, because the week that G20 Mega Summit happened, just the week prior to that was when this became a law. Okay, so everybody asked me this question, hey, can you actually, protect us? Can you actually conform to this law? And I said, absolutely. And they were like, wow, I mean, that's amazing. And that opens up actually a huge new opportunity field for us, just that data protection bill. Okay. And coming back to your original point, does it require any human intervention? It does not. So it's an autonomous system, and we basically say you have to now go ahead and enforce. I think it's called DPDP, data protection bill, or whatever that is, right? So we automatically do that. And if you look at our product, it basically gives you a list of privacy regulations across the world, right? And we essentially conform to all of those. We can actually enforce all of those.
Okay, that means the engine behind these products is quite heavy, because you are taking it in, taking all the compliances, all the regulation of the world into account.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want, as a customer, I want a lightweight, nimble kind of software. How does it help me?
I mean, you're asking phenomenal questions here, right? I mean, this is so typically if you look at the overall framework, right, of protecting your data.
Okay.
So the current, for the past 20, 25 years, what you were doing in order to basically protect your data, you're deploying legacy systems in silos. You're buying a data classification product, you're buying a DLP product, you're buying a CASB product, you're buying a data access control product. These are all older products, but you're deploying them in silos. Okay.
Right.
That's number one. Number two, you're configuring them manually. There's a heavy duty manual intervention required. So anytime you have to adapt it to a different law, or a different circumstance, or a different compliance, there's a lot of manual intervention going on, right? With us, basically, everything is integrated into one lightweight software, single piece of software. Okay. So it is actually less is more kind of a concept. Where you had multiple modules you had to deploy and manage them and configure them manually, you have a single module here, which is autonomous, but it actually has more functionality than all of the individual modules put together. Okay. So it really solves a significant headache for the customer. They don't want anything heavy duty. They want lightweight. You can put it on a server, on a VM, or a container. You can put it on-prem. You can put it in the cloud. The ease. So simple, fast, and easy is really the approach. Okay. Make it simple, make it fast, make it easy for the customer.
Okay. Is it only for the enterprise customers, in the sense only for it has got server licensing or container licensing, or something around that, not catering to end devices, end products? I mean, mobility, not for enterprise mobility, but normal mobility. As an individual, I need to have my protection in my PC as well. How is
So
that?
it is basically a subscription model per user per year.
Okay.
So and we although I would say a majority, I would say 95% of our customers are enterprise customers. You can cater to even a 50 user company or a million user company. And that's the other part of it. The scale is phenomenal because with other systems, you cannot scale. They cannot scale past 5,000, 6,000 users. They'll really struggle. Here, this was built for massive scale up to 1 million+ users. Okay. But at the low end, it can still cater to a 50 user, 100 user customer as well. So, having said that, our focus area has been on the enterprise, and that's where most of our customers are. And it is a subscription model. It's basically per user. So depending on how many employees you have, it's a per year, per user subscription model.
Okay. Does it mean, since it is in cloud and probably it is available in marketplaces of AWS, GCP, or Azure as well, does it have geofencing that you are only available for United States customers, not the specific customer? How are you positioned from market perspective?
Yeah. We provide geofencing is kind of built in. For example, we have customers in the United States, we have customers in Latin America, we have customers in Middle East, we have customers in Africa, we have customers in India, right? And you need to provide data sovereignty, right? The geofencing that you're talking about. So, for example, if I have a customer in India and you're providing a SaaS based service for that customer, you cannot be hosting your data in the United States, right? You have to host your data in India. Okay, so that's what I think you are alluding to, the
No,
geofencing concept.
that's number one. That is one part. The other part is your availability in different cloud platforms or marketplaces where I
Okay,
can access your services.
so we are not right now actually available because remember this is enterprise software, right?
Okay.
It's not like you can download something from the marketplace and you still need to know what you're doing because
Right.
you need to connect to your existing applications. So there's some oversight that's required when you're deploying it. Okay,
Mhm.
so right up until now we have not made it available on the marketplace simply because of that reason, because you need a little bit of oversight. You need some systems engineering because you need to talk to the customers. These are big enterprise customers, right?
Okay.
It's not as simple as just downloading a software from the web and trying to do something. You
Mhm.
can actually end up in a bit of a mess, right? If you don't do it right. So because of that reason, we don't provide it in the marketplace. But from a software perspective, right? From the you talked about, is it heavy duty, is it light? It's lightweight. We can make it available in the marketplace. From
Okay.
that perspective, it's okay. There are no issues. Yeah,
But
but
where can I?
it will be done at some point of time, but not right
Okay.
now.
Okay. As a customer, where can I get you? Where can I find you? Where I can subscribe to your products? Is it so do I
You
have to
can
download
come to yeah,
your
we
website?
actually work. Yeah, we work through an array of partners worldwide.
Okay. All
Okay,
right then. Okay.
so and we have partners pretty much across the globe.
Mhm.
So you can actually talk to them and actually get to our service. We can directly come on our website and basically avail of the service as well. So it's really up to the customer. Most customers, especially on the enterprise space, they would like to work with a local partner because we are not just talking about a service, but also post-sale support and stuff like that. Okay. So typically, the engagement model happens through a customer, through a partner rather.
Partner.
Okay.
Okay. You're
So, and
okay.
typically local partners.
So partner-led model. I mean, that's what
That's right.
develop.
But it can be direct
Because
as well. We have
direct.
direct customers also.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. Now, from a customer point of view, which are the sectors that you have created the use cases?
Yeah. So all of the above. So basically government, BFSI, they're the top two verticals. Then you have healthcare, pharma, manufacturing, telecom, high tech, uh, even education. So we are vertical agnostic from that perspective. But I gave you these sectors. These are the existing customers where we have in these sectors. And we have a variety of use cases for each of these verticals. We have a
Right.
variety of uses.
Okay. Okay. And most of the customers are US based or globally. Which are the places, other locations you have your customers?
Our majority of our customer base is in the United States. We are a US company, but we are spreading very quickly. For example, we have a lot of customers in India. India is growing almost, we're doubling year over year.
Mhm.
Same thing in the Middle East, same thing in Africa, same thing in Latin America. So once people get to know exactly what we're doing and they look at the extent of the delivery platform, right? Remember, this is not this is a complete platform, right? It's a next generation platform.
Right.
So and they see how easy it is to deploy it, and they see the framework of deep AI coming into play, and there's really no competition from that perspective. So it's a no-brainer. Once they get to
Okay.
know about us
Mhm.
and they see a demo, we do a quick proof of concept, and we onboard them very quickly.
You said that your route to market is partner. What is for the partner? What's the kind of revenue model they can have with you?
So we work on a win-win-win model.
Okay.
Okay. So first, the customer has to win. Once you deploy your solution, the customer has to win. They have to appreciate that what they're deploying is really what they like about. Okay. That's number one. The second thing is the partner winning it. Okay. So which means that the partner, it makes it a lot easier for them to deploy. They're getting kudos from the customer for bringing in new technologies like this. And of course, better margins for them, right? So now the customer wins and the partner wins, and if these two guys are winning, at some point of time, we will win. So we'll take the delayed gratification from that perspective, right? Rather than coming in and saying, well, this is how it is, and we got to win at everybody's, that's not the case. So we are basically saying, let the customer win first, then the partner wins, and then we win, right? So it's the win-win-win model. And it works very, very well because it generates a lot of goodwill. And we have we have grown, especially in India, word of mouth. Once someone deploys it, the CISO picks up the phone and he talks to his buddy and he says, hey, we've deployed Gangor. You should take a look at these guys, right? And then we got a call from the customer, from a new prospect. And then we basically engage our partner, and then it moves on, and then we convert them as a customer as well. Thank you, Sanjay. Yeah, look forward to it. Yeah, take care. Have a great day. Bye.